about, is there any specific touchstone models that you reflect upon in trying to gain perspective at these markets where the historic valuations are quite high? And why do you draw on those models? My second question is for Mr. Buffett, and it relates to taxation. If you were able to trade your portion of your portfolio, at least in a tax-exempt fashion, like 401k plans, or in Canada, the RSP plans, would you possibly trade more actively?
Well, the Munger system for dealing with reality is to have multiple models in the head and then run reality against multiple models. I think it's a perfect disaster to look at reality through just one model or two. There's an old proverb that says, to the man with only a hammer, every problem looks pretty much like a nail. And that is not our system. So I can't sit here and run through all the models in my head, even though there aren't that many. But multiple models is the game.
The question about taxation, it would not, if we were running Berkshire absent a capital gains tax, I don't think it would make much difference in what we do. I don't think it would make, it certainly wouldn't make a difference in causing us to trade actively. That we own the businesses we want to own. We don't own them because taxes have restrained us from selling them. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm fairly sure we'll pay at least $1 billion in income tax this year. We might not, but it looks that way to me, that we'll pay $1 billion. And I could do things that at least deferred, and I certainly could do things by doing nothing that avoided paying that billion in tax, or a good bit of the billion, call it 800 million of the billion. But that is not a big factor with me. It's never been a big deal with me. I paid my first income tax when I was 13, so I guess I got brainwashed at the time, and it doesn't bother me a lot to be paying taxes. I think personally, I'm undertaxed in relation to what the society has delivered to me. And I don't send along any voluntary payments to the IRS. I want you to understand, but I really do. I mean, there's nobody I want to trade places with, and because their tax situation is better than mine, so it would not increase the activity.